Every time I mess up and I get this wrong. And I forgot to do the. Hold on. There we go. So, hey, fun fact that I realized about my microphone very recently. Um, I've been talking into my microphone backwards for at least the last year and change. So I use a Blue Yeti X, right? Microphone. And the logo that has blue on it is the front of the microphone. And with the way that it's set up, you're supposed to be speaking into the front of the microphone for the most part, right? And so, in my infinite wisdom, I had it turned around backwards and was talking to it from the back, which may not entirely explain why the subtitles weren't able to keep up with me, but it most certainly explains why I might I might be clipping right now. Actually, let me turn this down some. It most certainly explains why some stuff otherwise was probably um, not working correctly. Because in my infinite wisdom, there's a very good chance that because of the fact that I was talking in it backwards, um, there's a very good chance that I was just kind of ruining the way that it's supposed to actually work. So, hi, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope the day was restful and productive for you. Thank you, Chris, for the raid. I deeply appreciate it. I hope you're having fun with Final Fantasy X. I need to get back to playing that, actually. I've been putting it off for a while. Anybody from Chris's stream, if you don't know or remember me, hi, my name is Sean. Call me that, Reshe. I make games, I play games, games make do, basically. We are late today, largely because Final Fantasy 14 had its Anaheim Fan Fest in its first day today. And we got a excuse me. We got a teaser trailer for the new expansion Evercold, as well as a relatively detailed keynote address that kind of explained a lot of the major changes coming, as well as a battle sample for what is going to be not exclusively the only gameplay system um, for that game, but a new one that looks to sort of address and approach certain things about the way that the action economy in Final Fantasy XIV works. Hi, Kettle. I would say I'm good. I'm very excited for the next Fan Fest. I am very interested to see where we wind up going as far as I'm interested to see where we're going as far as the systems evolutions that are coming to Final Fantasy XIV. I am, I think, finally beginning to have a couple more breakthroughs in Guilty Gear. That are kind of like gelling with the way that like jam works in this game. I remember to clean out my kick button. I'm afraid. It feels like I didn't remember. It feels like I didn't remember to clean my kick button, so that worries me a little bit. Am I gonna have to play ranked at this time of night? I really don't want to do that. So for people who don't know, as far as Strive is concerned, I've been very deliberately avoiding. One of the rules that I set for myself was that in Strive 2.0, I really wanted to avoid playing ranked as much as possible, largely because
got a newcomer. Are you ready? Here comes Daredevil.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. Duel 1. Let's rock.
That was Blockbuster. That was not my best showing. Pemkin just did the Pemkin things at me, and I was not prepared. Hot. Okay. That's really annoying, but I'm not keeping up. Got me.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
No. Damn it. But I didn't have anything carded anymore. That's my fault. I didn't wanna. Yeah, they called that out. So yeah, a lot of people have been like, "Yeah, Dan's pressure is way too strong, and I can't get out of it." And like, her attacks are too fast, and blah blah blah. I was like, no. The thing with Jam, especially in this game in particular, is that she has very specific spots where you can like call out her pressure. You need to make use of them, and if you don't make use of them, you get clapped, and it's your own fault. No, that doesn't go far enough. Maybe if I'd done what's it called into it, it might have, but big risk. Yeah, they've literally been doing camera fall breaks to the Pop Buster this whole time. And if I'm a little more on the ball, I can do something about it. But that's too close. Yep. Ah, fuck you! I didn't do it fast enough. It's my fault. I'm a little annoyed, but it's not. It's my fault. I did break, and it didn't recover in time to get around Pop Buster. If I fight them again, Okay, let me not get too...
We've got a newcomer. Are you ready? Here comes Daredevil.
Damn it! Every time I hear "Here comes Daredevil," I'm expecting Matt Murdock to pop out. Yeah, I want to say "Here comes a new Daredevil" has been the challenger approaching phrase for Guilty Gear since at least Guilty Gear X, I think.
Are you ready? Here comes Daredevil.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blame the beasts.
I really wanted to run back, and I'm very upset that I'm not going to get it, but I just have to live with this. Because part of what got me killed with that, against that Hemkin was just me being reckless and not paying attention. Hi Lambert, no, shut up and stop asking about Gippers.
Versus
Don't make it weird.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
They really could have burst it at... There are several points that they could have burst out of all of that, and they didn't. Thank you so much for the resubs. I appreciate it. Fighting for my life. So... Alright, good. Down enough backward, rage, and then hit again, wall break, and to get it back. Yeah, if I can exploit point hype in the chat, I'd appreciate it. No. Alright, Danzai has fucking armor! Alright, yeah, that's fair. I was asking for that.
Duel 3.
So the reason why Abba breaks the wall with that is to make sure that if she's in jealous rage mode, he's making sure that she can exit out of jealous rage mode and still have enough meter to go back into it for a longer period of time. And then of course I immediately get a card that I already have. Alright. Yes! Yes! Puffball undefeated! So yeah, one of the reasons why people fear Puffball so much is that when it's spaced correctly, it is extremely difficult to punish.
So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blame the beast.
And even if you block it, if Jam spaces it correctly, if you blocked it, you're not doing shit afterward to actually punish her for it. Yeah. Danzai again. I don't know if nope. He's dead now. I was a little too eager to press that. I maybe should have tried to wait to see. Not gonna kill, but I want to do a little more damage. Yeah, so like literally, if you understand how to call Jam out, like doing that swing side, it's a good thing that she did faultless. Gave me time to get in and probably not going to kill. Probably not. Ooh, nice right first. Yeah, and that's why with enough space for Jam to like... And the other thing about Puffball in this game in particular is that depending on when you press the button for Chapo, hit the overhead. First. Yeah, if Abba's Jealous Rage bar down there, if it's not yellow, then she can't go into Jealous Rage. Nope. I'm sorry. Yeah, so basically like trying to match Abba's buttons when she's in Jealous Rage is very, very tricky because she's got Danzai, which basically if you throw Danzai, then you're good. But I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to at least do the jump first. There, yep, there's Danzai right there. Like that big ass 1-2 swing. Yeah. So yeah, like Abba doing Jealous Rage, it's not a thing where it's like it's an automatic win state for her, but it becomes a lot harder to deal with her because she moves a lot faster, her buttons are much more aggressive, and it's just kind of a pain in the ass.
Got a newcomer. Are you ready? Here comes Daredevil.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blame beasts, heaven, or hell.
Also, thank you for the watch streak, Lambert. Sorry, I was locked in and trying to think about how to approach this matchup, and I forgot to say things like that. My bad. Ah, 6P. There we go. We love baiting a wake up throw. We love baiting a wake up throw. Also, hi Miriam. How you doing? Ah, fuck. Yep. And that's why you can't just do Geki Rin stuff all the time. Because you, again, like if anybody's like, jam is broken, jam is busted, my response to you is you've not learned how to 6P and you don't know what spots to do it in. Stop being a scrub. Which is a little, I know it's like a little more raw than I normally get, but it's one of those things where it's been one of my pet peeves with watching how certain people talk about 2.0 specifically. I don't like it, it gets on my nerves. Eno now? Yeah. Mellow Mystical, who also talks by the stream every now and then, is also an Eno player. He's been adapting pretty well, I think. He's just kind of getting used to some of the stuff being gone. and whatever other changes that they made to her. Still as much of a nightmare matchup for Jam. Just as much a nightmare matchup for Jam as she's always been. So you know that's not different. I have no dog in this fight since the last PG I put the most effort into was Axe and Court. Yeah, I play all the Guilty Gears at the moment. Yeah. Probably if I had to go back to an older one, I'd probably do Exard over AC plus R. Not because I like dislike AC plus R that much, but I like Exard a little bit more. Also, I might be ducking my friend E5 just so that I don't get fucking taken to the shadow round by Cliff Anderson doing haha funny spin things, Bakamon reflex roar, you know? Oh, cool. My game caught. Cliff is nice and takes good care of you. Forgiven values thereof, yes. I still listen to the soundtrack because Ishiwata kills on the vocals. Yes. I got thrown off for a second. I forgot you also know T5. Yeah, he and I, we go way back. T5 and I go back several years. We have known each other for a very long time. We don't talk as often as we used to, but we have known each other for a very long time. We used to run in very similar circles. And still kind of do. I haven't raided. I should probably raid him sometime. If I ever manage to get the chance. Because we haven't been by their stream in like a hot minute. But yeah, T5 has an incredibly scary clip in Accent Core Plus R, and I admit entirely that I am very scared to get put into the Bakamon blender. I don't want that life. I choose peace, not war. Give me all the fades. Look, you're the one who literally tricked your manager into a Def Jam set just so that you could get your hands on his pension. Like, we already know what you're here for, Lambert. You made that very clear.
We've got a big trouble. Are you ready? Here comes
Is this the Potemkin that fucked me up last time? I feel like it might be. It might not be. If it is, then I'm taking my revenge. If it's not, I'm still taking my revenge.
Mankind. Duel 1. Let's rock.
I don't think it. It doesn't. I don't think it is. It might be, but I'm not entirely certain. I wasn't close enough to the other thing I wanted to do. Shit!
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Ah, that doesn't combo. You can. Damn it. Yep. There we go. Get the engine running. Fair. Ooh, yeah, that's fair. Caught me jumping. I'm not upset. That was clever. Yep, slide head. Ah, slide head does damage. Fuck! Ah!
対象の注目を確認。次の任務を与える。Duel 1. Let's rock.
Yes. I don't know if this will kill because the Hepkin has guts for days. Yeah, I was afraid of that. I had just enough health to take that trade. We take those. Ah, damn it. Too close. Fuck. I didn't follow that with anything. And then I took a step out and I got hit. And that was pretty good, because even if I tried to burst during the roaming cancel, I might have gotten fucking clapped. Yeah, so yeah. Damn. Again, if you know where to call out her stuff with moves that cover the air, at least part of your job is done for you. So like people who are saying that like Jam is too overtuned or whatever, yeah. Yep. Power Buster. You extend. I'm not dead though. Scaling is really fucked. But I think they were talking about. He's also been a lot nice to me. I actually pick up one running blood. Yeah, I don't do a lot of arena fighters. Not because I think they're bad, it's just not my jam. They usually ask you to like mind spatiality in ways that I'm not very good at, so I don't really bother. Yeah, I was in Pop Buster Train. I tried to backdash, but I might have been better trying to hit the backdash macro, but I don't know if I would have been able to get away in time. Yeah. Pain. Yeah. I could have. I don't know if it feels like that might have been the same Potemkin, but it could also just be in my imagination. It could just be me being haunted by ghosts.
We've got a newcomer. Are you ready? Here comes Daredevil.
Mankind. Duel 1.
Alright, Bridget.
Let's rock.
Bridget is also a little bit tricky as a matchup because you have to deal with a lot of like this mid-range stuff. She's very slippery. Fucking cut it out. I didn't have plus frames there and I was smashing like a clown and that's why I got caught. Ah, yeah, he started it. Sorry, they started it. Fuck, my brain is having a part right now. She started it right there, right in front of me. Burning Blood is good. Yeah, Power Stone match is about right. My backlog is really big though. Yeah, she fucking popped me out. Alright. Getting on my nerves a little. I admit it. I'm a little tilted, but this Bridget is also very good at just like managing the space correctly, which is part of why I'm having such a difficult time. He's just getting the ass to pad. Especially because she won't. He keeps moving around and I can't snipe her out. I can't snipe her out of the rolls, which is annoying. First for you. And this is why Bridget has been moving around the way that she has been, because she knows that literally this shit, like the moment I put hands on her, it's done. And that's why she's going out of her way to move the way that she does. Damn, if she just hadn't adjusted with that. There we go. Ooh. Yeah. Bridget's a pain to catch. Nice, Debbie. Baby. There we go. Yeah. I use Faultless a lot, especially in the context of like trying to make sure that I there. Yes! Just barely got that. I'm so happy though. I'm so happy that that 5H managed to hit. I was trying to do close slash into 6H.
We've got a newcomer. Are you ready? Here comes Daredevil.
Matt. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Yeah, that's the other hard part, right? Like trying to air Bridget with, it looks like that's JS that she's been using to kind of like kick my shit in. the wall break is more important than anything, because I get positive bonus even if it's used for a while. There we go. I don't know if it was because I managed to just defend that button for once or something else that let me punish like that, but very rare. Yeah, okay. So literally she's gonna be like doing that to try to avoid having to deal with like
Duel 1. Let's rock.
damn it, it didn't come out. I wanted to do card super and I messed up the input. I did in fact dash under to go to my better side for the super input in case I needed to do it, and I'm not ashamed of that. I do need to actually like get my inputs cleaner on the other player 2 side of the screen. I really have to work on that, but I didn't mean to parry there. I wanted to do 6k or something, but I wasn't paying attention what I pressed. Give me those cards. That, up. Break the wall. Fine. Not the baby, we did have enough. Yeah. Maybe if Bridget hadn't gotten a good beat on where I was going to jump, I could have maybe avoided getting hit by her doing that, but yeah. I could be dead here. Oh, it's gonna walk. The main thing with Bridget is that while he basically just does nothing but like make you eat shit at mid-range. She makes you eat shit at mid-range, but her damage is really low. So basically the trade-off is that in exchange for her just putting you through all this bullshit at mid-range, if you can live long enough to put hands on her a couple times, you're good usually. I've made the wrong decision every single time. That's on me. Like, fucking cut it out. Like, all the jumps were to avoid literally getting, he was jumping the whole time to avoid literally getting caught by, pick throw. The thing that I do sometimes miss from the older Guilty Gears, even though I understand why it's not a thing, is that there are, if you play the older Guilty Gear games, there are a lot of moves that you can't block in the air unless you're using faultless defense. I understand why they removed that, but it does make situations like that one really annoying. Yeah. Nah. You're not doing that. Get fucked. No Roger Copter for you. No Roger Cycle for you. I got you. You're dead. Jam. Basically, the thing with Jam in particular is that with this game, especially, you have to get used to understanding, and it's something I'm still learning how to do, which is why I am struggling a little bit. You have to get used to knowing how to enforce a lot of very specific pressure in order to keep people
We've got a newcomer.
I am currently basically that's the hard part that I'm struggling with, right? Where it's like I need to be able as Jam to have a better sense of how to work my strike throw mix up and keep my pressure going without attempting to overextend myself. And it's a little bit harder in Strive, mostly because it's harder in Strive largely because with the way that the simplified Gatling system works as compared to the older games, Jam's pressure is not, it's less freeform than usual. It's not, it doesn't lack in flexibility entirely, but there are aspects to her pressure that are a little bit more linear than they used to be. And it's just a consequence of like just the sort of game that Strive is, right? Like that's not, that is just more so me making the observation insofar as like, yeah, this is kind of just the game that you play when you play Strive. Like, I mean, Damn It Testament, yeah. Testament kind of sits in a slightly similar spot with Bridget, except that they're not as mobile. They rely a lot more on pressure from their special state and things like that in order to like help them kind of like sustain the way that they move and work. Bridget is extremely mobile. Well, Jam is extremely mobile by comparison. So yeah, this is why Bridget, basically the Bridget and Eno matchups are very similar in that like Bridget and Eno are both highly mobile and they have big enough buttons in certain aspects that like if Jam doesn't challenge correctly, you wind up in trouble. Fuck! I didn't do the input correctly. Again. I should have just slowed down a little bit and just done it slowly. Because they had the wall stick. I think I saw the wall stick relatively early, so I just slowed down and done the input correctly. I might have been able to do it. I did like thinking of it, Digit. You were probably playing XR. Of the Guilty Gear games that come out that are fighting games recently, Exard is the only one that didn't have Bridget, so it's probably the one you were trying to play. There we go. I'm sort of beginning to figure.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Yeah. So basically, I think part of it is that if I keep using Fox Shoe to try to slide under the higher bow, that's the only other issue. Like Bridget can check me with like Dookie or other stuff if she's weak enough. Maybe. Fuck.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
There we go. Starship. Fuck. Damn it. Ah. Yeah. Ah, she fucking. It's really hard to be angry at Bridget, all things considered. It's her game plan, how it works. I can't be upset that much. It's just the thing where it's like I am not. At least the main thing in terms of like what I was feeling like I was struggling with.
We've got a newcomer. Are you ready? Here comes Daredevil.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Yeah, like the thing with Bridget is that it's always a matter of movement with her. Alright. Relax there. And Master's Hammer crushing. And then the specific thing about Slayer that makes him a little bit difficult to deal with is the fact that like his backdash, if he has time to backdash, it's invul for him. So it's one of those things where like if he gets a chance to backdash, he kind of eats shit. Ooh! Fucking tried to dandy step me. He tried to dandy step. But it didn't swing him back far. It swung him back far enough for the dandy step to put him in wall break position instead. Sucks to be him. Yeah, that little bit where he disappears for a little while, that's Slayer doing backstep. When Slayer backsteps, he is invulnerable for a little while. So a thing that is very common for him to do is... Yep. Plus... I could have just done super. Yeah, I should have just done super after PRC. The damage scaling might not have been enough to kill Slayer, but it might have also been enough to kill Slayer. I would have to guess. All this other shit. Bad time for him to burst because it let me keep my cards. And now I don't really have to worry about my cards. I can just kind of focus on. I can just kind of focus now on doing that. The other thing about jam in particular is that while it is best to get cards after you've knocked somebody down or knocked them away, sometimes sneaking in a cheeky card charge is the only way that you manage to get ahead a little. Yeah. Master's Hammer is always a pain in the ass. That move where he does that big flip and then slams on the ground. A pain to deal with. Night, Keto. Thank you for coming by. Just to make sure. Puffball super could have killed, but if he's already nearly dead, it's better just to blow it on. Kill Captain for the kill. If there's any chance they would have lived that, I would have chosen hard super instead. Specifically, oops. I'm gonna eat a huge fucking punish. Yeah, that stomp right there is Master's Hammer. Yeah, so the thing about Mappa Hunch is that it's not necessarily always safe. Depending on what version of Mappa Hunch Slayer uses and where you block it from, That changes how safe it is entirely. Ooh, tried to dandy step me. I respect it. That was a dandy step, not a mappa hunch, but unfortunately I grabbed it first. Not what I wanted to do. Nope. So yeah, you can use Dandy Step to avoid super against Jam. It does work. It's just you have to time it very correctly and use the correct version of Dandy Step. If you don't use the right version of Dandy Step, you don't get enough juice back to avoid it. I sort of understand why they've done Jam in this particular way, insofar as like a thing that I do miss, but also admittedly I have to acknowledge that like Jam used to have a reversal DP the way that like Soul has Volcanic Viper and stuff like that. But
We've got a newcomer. Are you ready? Here comes Daredevil.
Match. Duel 1. Let's rock.
yeah, gotta pay for that one. The recovery is longer if you're able to charge all 3 cards. The recovery is longer. Ooh, unfortunate. I didn't press jab fast enough because blue needs to be supposed to be card needs to be supposed to be safe. I just didn't press the button fast enough. That's fair. And then I charged the card I already had to use this.
Slap. Duel 2. Let's rock.
Yeah, that's fair. Ah, damn it. That's a hard knockdown. Yeah, so you see how Slayer does like that funny juke back? That's his Dandy Step. After Dandy Step, he has... This Slayer hasn't used it, but after Dandy Step, Slayer has like 4 different, like, I think 4 different follow-ups still even in this game. Nope, got my burst. That was good.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Yeah, that's Master's Hammer. So what Slayer did there, that thing where it looked like somehow he like switched sides on me twice. He did a forward dash and then a back dash. One of the more annoying things that Slayer can do to kind of like avoid any actual like accountability, at least if you don't answer it correctly. Yeah, power bunker and then So yeah, out of Danny Step, you can do Power Bunker, under pressure, Master's Hammer, or like that low circle kick thing. Master's Hammer is really plus. Power Bunker, I don't remember if it's plus or not. Ah! It's about sending him. It's about sending a message. Peas. Hang on, Peas. I'll shout you out in a second. I'm currently fighting for my life. I will shout you out in 1 second. But hi, everybody. Peas this stream. My name is Sean. Call me that shit. I make games, play games. Games make you basically. Slayer is very scary. Otherwise, I would have shouted you out. Oh, there's the power bunker. All right. There we go. Alright, how's Mario Kart World? Were you practicing tracks or something? For a run? Ah, buckles! Am I dead? Thank you for the GLs. No, I need to be careful. Did 2 tournament matches and play a non match. Ah, damn! I wasn't expecting Dandy Step to take him out of the range of YRC. How did the tournament matches in lounge go? Some boss matches that helps him rank up the master. Excellent. Ah, fuck. I should just jump whenever I see Master's Hammer. I think that's the answer. Fuck. Power bunker. Yeah, I just need to, if I suspect Master's Hammer is jumping, coming up to just jump. Got the first at least. Nope, I'm dead. I thought Slayer pressed the button there. He didn't. So I did that way too preemptively. It's my fault.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Congratulations on trying to help get up to match. Ah, okay. And that's why if you think Master's Hammer is coming to just jump. But yeah, Puffball's not safe at that distance. If you're trying to use Puffball in a block string, somebody has to like push out before it's really worked out. If you try it otherwise, you'll usually be too close. Not what I would have preferred the wall break with, but I wasn't gonna have time for anything else. Got the burst. Yeah, good 60. Ah, there's he went with the fucking dash, double dashes again. Yeah, so whenever Slayer appears on one side of me than the other, he's just basically doing like a forward dash and a back dash to go over my body and then go back into place. You know. Yeah, I just need to do that more often. The thing about Power Bunker also is that if you're close enough to the wall, it always wall sticks. So the main thing you have to be kind of like aware of, especially against a Slayer who understands how to use Power Bunker correctly. Basically speaking, once Slayer has you close enough to the corner, if you get clipped by a straight Power Bunker, he basically gets to decide when to put you to the wall. And if he has enough meter for Super Rappa Hunch, you just get punched through it with Super Rappa Hunch, and you suffer.
We've got a newcomer.
So yeah, part of it is mostly that, like, whenever I see Master's Hammer coming out, I just need to jump, because I do not have the timing required to parry it. I'm not him. I can't do that.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
And there's a shout out missing keys. So yeah, anybody from P's stream, if you're just hanging out, that's all well and good. It is good to have you here. P's, if you have to like go run and do post stream stuff, I completely understand. Thank you for dropping out the community with me. I will do my best to take care of you. Yeah, see Master's Hammer right there? And then he caught me. Yeah. So the thing about the double dash in particular is that it makes me up on which side I need to block on. Yeah, there's Master's Hammer again. Yep. And that's the reason why you want to jump Master's Hammer. The reason why you want to jump Master's Hammer is so that you don't have to deal with blocking it. I think if you know which way to defend, you can probably blitz shield it also. Damn it. Yeah, good 16. See? Deliberately doing it to mix up what side I was gonna have to defend on. I couldn't tell. Okay, alright. Yeah, that was a good call. Bunker. We didn't have enough Mappa Hunch, so let's see. I can't believe that worked, but we take those.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
So the fact that like Bakushu low profiles enough to actually take a shit on Mappa Hunch is fucking hilarious. Because it means it also probably works against Power Bunker. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. But this is a big part. Oh, I still have to like work on overusing it. But essentially, one of the things that I sort of came to understand recently is basically that, especially in this game, using Bakshu, you still have to be careful, obviously, but like, with how much Bakshu low profiles in this game, it is extremely good. I should stop doing this combo. But yeah, Bakshu's low profile is really good. The reason why Ino is able to work out so well against Jam is that she has her own low profile move with Stroke the Big Tree, and also obviously any move that hits low enough shuts down Bakshu pretty handily. And if you misjudge the spacing at which you jump in or like dash in with it and break, this happens. I didn't do the input correctly to flip into Gekirin to try to like lock it down. Bunker again. Alright, close slash. I think that's what that move is. Yep, snap a punch. Woo! Good thing I timed that correctly. Oop, misread that. Misread those dashes again. Alright. Yep. I'm making my air quick a little too obvious. Again, that's why you just gotta jump Master's Hammer, because like fuck. My fault. How you doing, Claire? Well. My brain. Yeah. So like that's the thing. That's why jumping Master's Hammer is the better option against Slayer, because if he makes you block that, you get guard crushed. And then he gets to just do silly plus things. Whereas if you jump Master's Hammer, especially if he doesn't have burst, you jump Master's Hammer, you come down with a normal that's strong enough, and you get to kick him in the nuts. But you have to be you gotta be on the ball. And my over under on that is like
Duel 1. Let's rock.
damn. I don't think that they disconnected on purpose. I think just sometimes Guilty Gear just does that. So the thing I was starting to try to do there is I started trying to bait the 6P by using Ryutsui to sort of like... Ryutsui and Gekirin basically are both the way that you like stall your... Day, but I wanted to probably say hi after a really good time. Yeah, pretty good. Probably maybe at the bottom of the hour, I call it quits. I started at around a little bit after 10. And I started late mostly so I could like I started late because I was watching the Final Fantasy 14. Oh wow. This person I'm fighting is a jam and their player name is Zero Shame. And I'm on here as other. Wow.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Yeah. Yeah, and now I'm going to probably get like out hungered by a fuck, I forgot there's more if you do it all the way. Why would you card? Not paying attention. Better do. You should have done fucking super. You should have done super while you had me in the air. You should have done super while you had me in the air. Good throw. Yeah, that's fair. Like, yeah, the cross up. I tried to cast after that. I really shouldn't have done that. That's my fault.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Slap.
Duel 2.
Let's rock.
Here I would have, here I would have done puffball super instead of this one. I know why. Not that this is bad. I would have done puffball here to make sure I had cards. Remember how I said before that with Jam, like, her pressure is overwhelming, but you have to know where to 6P? I missed at least 2 spots where I could have at least tried to. Oh. Got the burst. Let's go. You're cooked. Yeah, we'll see. Because their ability to scramble is a lot better than mine. And I am not as good at calling out their pressure as I would like to be. Yeah. Good time to do it. Hard knockdown. The reason why I didn't do and that's the reason why I didn't do card super. Yeah. I don't know how well 6P works against Ryutsui when she does it in a block string. Yeah, I think so. I didn't like no. Yeah. Yeah, too fast to get up full card. Yeah. Yeah. Their ability to go ape shit is better than mine. And I'm mostly because I haven't fought against enough jam. I haven't fought against enough jams for me to like absolutely practice the gaps that I need to practice.
We've got a newcomer. Are you ready? Here comes Daredevil.
Ah, Venom. But yeah, like I know, so like I know in theory, where some of Jam's holes are in terms of like that. But I need
knew that they cannot
to
change
either
society.
record. I need to either record them on the dummy and make the dummy play them back to practice them, or I need to get in a match against a Jam who knows what they're doing. So I can actually do that. This stuff is fine. Oh, that was sweet. Oh, that's useful to know. The JD might let me set up for landing into other things. Never mind. I've never seen a rule list. So long you can't read it off the chat up of how the game's going. They're going pretty good. I probably should shorten them at some point. I have a bad habit of being really wordy. But welcome on in, Mini Doll. Games are going pretty good. Get first. Alright, can I get over Dark Angel? Am I gonna get hit by double Dark Angel? Yeah.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Yeah, good 6p. Damn it! I need to slow down that input. Puffball super would have been much better there. So I could have gotten cards. Nope. My space now. So yeah, the thing is that like basically the Venom matchup traditionally for Jam has been difficult insofar as if Venom has an opportunity to set up his balls and knows how to like set his angles correctly, Jam has a very difficult time doing stuff. But if he doesn't, yeah, no, she does. She always has. Any character who can play the mid-range very effectively has a much easier time against Jam than most other characters do. The main thing is that she has to be very deliberate about like how she gets in order to compensate for the fact that like her buttons are very short. So yeah, like if you know how to, if you have good command of spacing and all that other stuff, yeah. No, Jam, yes she does. I can tell you this because they were both in the previous game, and while Ixard isn't Strive, there are some things that are still very true, basically no matter what. And that is that Ramlethal is one of Jam's more annoying matchups to deal with. Ram is still Ram. Yeah, pretty much. And you know, she does, like, Bajaneto still does the things that it does. Her sword almost is still really big. Ah, fuck! Am I gonna get double Dark Angel again? Alright. Still not to see about heavy sword throw not launching anymore. I understand why they took it out, but I also understand why, like... Yeah. Like, like double dark, like this Venom has killed me with double dark angel at least once already tonight. I respect it. The tenacity is amazing. Alright, stay good. Dark Angel is still, yeah, pretty much, as it always has been. The fact that it explodes the way that it does now is like a 50. Because like in the older Guilty Gear games, it would literally just kind of sit on top of you, and if you didn't have the meter for faultless defense, it would just chip you the fuck out. Okay, so yeah, Mooney knows the score. The fact that it can come now is wild to me. Yeah. But for people who don't know, Dark Angel in the older Guilty Gear games would not explode, but it would. It basically just kind of sits on top of you for 7 billion years and is incredibly good at letting Venom enforce like a shit ton of chip damage and pressure. Very scary. I press slash. I don't play XR much as some research. Yeah, I've been playing. I would not say that I'm an expert Guilty Gear player, but I've been playing Guilty Gear for a while. So like, I know I played at least one version of Reload at some point, but the version of Guilty Gear X2 that I played the most is very easily Action 4+R. Yo. The Dark Angels, though, they just keep on coming. This Venom is not afraid of that, and I respect it.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Got the burst early. I wish Robokai wouldn't appear on with Dark Angel. Nah, I should have done Puff. Should have done Puffball Super. I should have done Puffball Super. Fuck! Coriomon's not bad, but I really should have done Puffball Super. The reason why I say that, for context, is that in a situation, yeah, exactly, and that's why I'm annoyed, because I fucked up and I just did Koryomon on Reflex instead of Puffball Super. I shouldn't call it Puffball Super because it isn't Puffball Super the way the old one is.
We've got a newcomer. Are you ready? Here comes Daredevil.
Oh hey, it's another jam. But yeah, I'm assuming you're a jam player in Exarch. Yes. And for most character crises aside, in like Plus R, also a jam player in Plus R. Oscar, yeah. The Great Card Wizard, I see it. I wish Exard Oscar was a thing. He would have been wild in Exard, yeah. I up first, but then I got hit. Alright. Did I fight your jam? I'll open up a room for a little bit after this. I don't want to be on. I don't want to be playing Tribe too much longer. I have a couple other things I want to do before bed, and it's like 12:30 in the morning for me right now. I go to bed late, but like it's 6 a.m. All right. That smells like over in the European time zone. I could have done 6H there for a little bit extra damage. I don't know if this will kill. Maybe? No. Maybe with the extra 6H it might have, but not sure. Good use of that. Oh, JP, my beloved. Would have killed me. Yeah, probably.
Mankind knew that they
And like Jam's guts values, I don't think are too bad. I haven't like looked at them to compare where they sit, but Jam's guts values aren't that bad in this game, I think. Good dash cancel. Go. Yeah, Oscar. If Monolith, yeah, because that man is toilet paper without the magic juice. Ah, damn it. Should have just done Mutsu. Jam takes 0.95 damage, has a guts rating of 2. Okay. As I think, I forget if because I don't pay attention sometimes, I forget if higher or lower guts rating is better, but 0.95 damage is pretty good. 0 is the worst. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I was like, isn't Potemkin's like really high? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jam's in the middle. Going by that metric, Jam's in the middle. So like, middling guts rating with like a 0.95 for damage is pretty good. Suzy and Anji are the only ones with 5, and Zato and Asuka have 2. Yeah, that would do it.
So instead of reflecting on themselves,
So Pop must be like 4 or something then, I think, because his guts rating is pretty high too. But Pop must be like a 4 or something.
Duel 1.
Asuka takes 0.75 times damage. Alright. I had to stop a minute like, oh, you said with mana. I'm like, wait a minute. But you said with because I can't read. Yep. Alright. Pot takes 0.91 with. Alright, cool. I was right then. He takes his 4. I respect the counter blitz. That was very well. That was a good reaction. Ooh, good 6B. Without mana, Asuka takes 1.5 times damage with no guts. Yeah, nope. Alright, good, I didn't get greedy. I might have gone for wall break there if I were to jam, but yeah, that was good. They were on top of it. Yeah, basically every other jam that I fought against is better in the scramble than I am. I don't scramble very well with Jam. Probably because I very much think a lot about what kinds of cards I want all the time. I'll open up a room real quick. The Mooney Doll can come by.
Network.
How do you feel that I have special cancels anymore? I miss it a little bit, but I understand why it's not in this game. Because, like, it also happened to Sin. That's the room ID. She'd be kind of wild if she told... Yeah. Like, it's one of those things where, It's one of those things where, I don't want to spectate down there. It's one of those things where just understanding the way that, like, the actual, like, the way that Strive is in particular is like, nah, that was never going to happen.
Are you ready?
I have also basically never understood Asuka's... I understand how Asuka's moveset works, but I have never gained a real understanding of his test cases. So, I'm just kind of in hell.
So instead of
Dang, if I were home, I would love to join. Yeah. I forget what I set the room settings to. But we'll go from here. Biggest advantage is cubes being destroyable. I will try to keep that in mind. I do not remember if that has always been a thing or not. I sort of remember cubes being a thing where they would happen and I would scream. Ryujin just completely ignores neutral zoning. Yeah. It's always been like that? Okay, then I've just been a loser and never tried to challenge it.
Asuka. Duel 1. Let's rock. Duel 2.
The other thing about, like, the main thing is that, like, the main thing that, like, I worry about with Ryujin and neutral is that, if people call it out, Jam eats shit, which is why people who, like, complain a lot about how it works, there are very specific circumstances under which oh, you're out of mana. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was like, wait a minute, why did that do that much damage? It's like, oh, I looked up at that health bar and that glow was gone. I'm like, oh, this is where we're at. Yeah, I imagine that, especially for Asuka, if he has the right test cases and is able to, like, actively keep Jam out, then it's easy, but until you understand that, it's a little hard. First patch, they made cubes half as fast and easy. Yeah, that means I've just never done it because I just didn't know it was destroyable, which tells you a lot. Basically, I stopped playing Strive. I kind of checked out with the season before 2.0. Not because I'm like, oh, these characters suck, but I'm just like, none of them are jam. I'm like, I can play Sin, and it's fine. But I'm just like, not feeling it. You know?
これよりバトルメソッド中毒
But once they were like, oh yeah.
自己実験
Duel 1.
Once I saw Jam's concept art in the teaser for Strive 2.0, I'm like, okay, y'all have me. And then they did the best thing they could have done and made sure that Jam was first. Between her and Robokai.
さざまに1ポイント刻め渦巻き
I messed up spaces on that.
量子流動を切り替える刻め剣よ反撃
Good burst.
ハーモニクスベスト
Oh, good teleport. Good throw. Very good throw. Ooh. Nope, I might get. Fuck. Yeah. I was trying to see if I could roam and cancel out in time, but no, I was already committed. Ah, fuck. If I hadn't tried to puffball that, I could have probably gone under it, but I don't know if I could have gotten a punish. But that's my fault. Because whenever you use puffball, Jam stands up out of low profile from Bakushu. So probably at the height that that blue cube went out, if I just done Bakushu break, I might have gotten under it. Or if I just let it break naturally. I need to actually like... Okay, there we go. Good throw. Ooh. I don't think it's a kill though. You got Lana back right at the last moment.
Slap. Duel 2. Let's rock.
すると刻め量子流動を切り替える
Didn't want to, it did not want to do 6k there. Wanted to do 5k. Try to use that.
構造を想定にさせる
Fuck!
量子機械刻めする量子機械構造機械
Yeah, that's me far enough.
Perfect.
Yeah. That's about how I expected the matchup to go once you
や
understand
はり失礼だよ
where to go.
僕には闘争心のかけら
I
もない
forgot. I probably left it on like infinite. I would have lost my. Yeah. I would have flipped my shit if it hit me from that far.
Mankind knew
Yeah.
that they cannot change society.
If you put something in the way, maybe.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Probably let's see if let's see. We'll just do first to 5, I think. That should be probably at least enough for a good set of sets. Without me having to be up to wait.
アーモニースブースト剣を ここだね剣を構造を想定に反撃圧力剣を刻めハーモニクスベース反撃いたせどうだ剣を
Yeah.
Duel 2. Let's rock. Slap.
There we go.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Not fair. I was taking a gamble there anyway. Ah, did it wrong again.
解析完了それ以前に基礎体力が桁違いに低いので
寝てる場合じゃないよ
Mankind knew. Duel 1. Let's rock.
量子
No, I'm gonna get hit by that.
Slap. Duel 2. Let's rock.
Yeah, and that's why I don't. Even if Ryujin fucks up cubes, I really don't want to do it raw because it involves a set of reads I don't feel comfortable making. There we go. Ooh.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
In Dan 60 cubes? Probably. But, yeah, like, essentially... Yeah, like essentially speaking, the main thing is that even if the cubes are breakable, the thing that I have to contend. Oh, I said it the first to 3. Let's do another set. Let's do another set, and I think that should probably satisfy. The thing is that even if they're breakable, and I'm not saying this to say, oh, lol, Asuka's broken, but it's like very explicitly the thing is that like Asuka, because of how big they are, it's one of those things where, like, as Jam, I don't really want to gamble with Ryujin being able to always bust my way through. Because if I fuck up and I do a Ryujin, because I'm not looking at test cases correctly, and that's something I have to adjust to anyway, but, like, if I fuck up and I do a Ryujin and you didn't throw cubes, it becomes a pain in the ass, and I don't have as good a time. This is Guilty Gear. It does that a lot. I'm also stuck in limbo. When I come out of it, I'll go back and do it. But this happens a lot. But yeah, with jam corner pressure, the main thing is that it depends on how she puts you in the corner
Are you ready?
and what she's doing afterward. Oh, Strive, please not like this. No. Oh, Strive, my beloved, why are you like this? Mooney might be stuck on the pedestal now because, of course, it does that. Hang on. I'll kill and open the room again and see if that fixes it.
Network.
But yeah, with jam corner pressure, take this with a grain of salt because I'm still learning how to enact it, and I probably don't have all of it down. But the general rule of thumb is that, yeah, if it's Gekirin and it's not coming out, so there's like a specific setup that Jam has in the corner. For example, after a throw, if she does 2H and then flip Gekirin, that is reversal safe. And if you try to hit her out of that, you'll get fucked unless you're using something with iframes. And actually, even then, it's safe against reversals and stuff like that. So yeah, if she's just doing raw Gekirin at you in the corner, if she's just doing raw Gekirin at you in the corner for the overhead, I believe it's something like 17 to 19 frame startup. Raw. Carded, it's faster. Well, no. I'm just gonna go look so I don't tell fucking lies, because you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that when information's available. So, Gekirin. Let me see here. Yeah, non-card Gekirin is 25 frames. Carded Gekirin is 19. So if she's just doing like raw Gekirin at you in the corner after knocking you down, or as part of a string, if she's just doing it raw without canceling it to flip first, it's 25 frames if she's not carded, 19 if she is. If she's using flip, I want to say it's like an extra 10 frames maybe added on to the startup of that. So if it's just Gekirin pressure, it's harder. It becomes harder to react to if she does it out of flip. But she's not immediately actionable out of flip either. So if you anticipate it, 5p or 6p can stuff it. The gap should be big enough.
チャラでもいいよ。
Jam versus Asuka. Duel 1. Let's rock.
展開を変えよう。構造を相手にさせる。放出を誘導する。リフュージュ。サザクシュ。ハーモニクスベース。
Okay, yeah. Okay, so like that. So the other cubes I can maybe Baku under, but not that big one. I have to try to crack it, I guess. Damn.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Ooh. There we go. Yeah. Asuka doesn't have a reversal at the bottom 5p a lot. Yeah. Because yeah, certain heights can't Baku under Qs. Good to know. So I know the Qs are pretty good. I have done my best to actually understand that.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Fuck!
Slap.
That teleport put me right on top of the cube. I'm crying.
サンプルを回収。本にて確認を願う。
I was like, I'm gonna air dash, and then I air dashed right on top of the cube and died. Surprised he didn't burst. I probably forgot.
Mankind knew that they
In
cannot
matchups
change
where I'm
society.
thinking really hard about trying to like understand something else, my burst sense goes out the window. I don't burst nearly as much as I could or should, because I'm busy trying to like actually figure out what to do. So this way. It would have worked better there. My fault. This matchup.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Thank you.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Wait. No, not supposed to. Yeah, the moment I saw face zap, I'm like, nah, I'm stuck with very too good. Alright. GG's. Yeah. Yeah. Asuka no matter what character I'm playing, not knowing how to deal with Asuka is gonna just kind of do my head in a lot. I have a better understanding of where I could maybe now that I've actually spent some time watching your test cases at round start. I have a better sense of how to make it work. I am never going to be an Axel player. There is one person I know who plays Axel. I respect it deeply. It's not me. I'm not made for that. My fists sing for blood. That's pretty much my vibe. I am not a human being that was made to play Axel. I never was. That's not gonna happen. Axel Asuka is generally the most one-sided matchup in the game. I can see how, because Axel has more ways of getting around cubes, or otherwise positioning his buttons in ways that like makes cube positioning a little bit less painful. I can imagine that. But yeah, I'm never gonna be an Axel player. Can't happen. Nar. It's not for me. I personally tend to use test case 3 the most to get Metron processing. Arpeggio to force you to block so I can regen minimal manalist. I didn't look at Asuka's mana changes. I really should. But yeah. I can't tell the difference between test cases now, but I at least have a better understanding of what spells mean, what icons mean, what spells, more or less. Though actively trying to like figure out explicitly how certain Asuka players are going to want to use certain spells is going to be the interesting part. But I at least, now that I've had some practice of at least looking at the spell icons to match what to what, I have a vague idea of which spells to expect when. But that's a future me thing to work on. Take away HP and tension mana regen, made Q. Spells cost more. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That probably explains why, at least more than I remember, I'm like, huh. That's interesting. That is a lot of times that I've theoretically been able to run at you and do some shenanigans and potentially threaten you for things like that. Pondering. In return, he gained a mana spell, stats on a special, which lets me do a lot more setup. It's more easily have another way to stall time with manaless. 6 HX, not being overhead anymore, those sucks. Yeah. So essentially what it sounds like is that they deliberately set the changes up in such a way that they force Asuka essentially to have to like push and pull a little bit more on it. And honestly, considering like personally think the changes were good, they just overdid the mana change a bit too much ammo. This, I joke when I say that like Arc System Works does balancing much like flipping a table. I don't necessarily mean that as like a hard pejorative, but generally speaking, when ArcSys tends to make changes, especially when they want to do big sweeping ones, they'll deliberately go a little hard in the paint on purpose, just so that they want to when they want to make a new baseline, they really want to make a new baseline. So they might ease up a little bit on some of Asuka's. With the way that it is now. They might. They may also just go like, this is good enough, and maybe adjust some other things. It depends. They need to go over Abba and Testament. Yeah, I know someone who is very upset about the Testament changes, understandably. But yeah, like if I seem kind of like indifferent to it, it's not so much because I don't care, and as much as it's like I have been through a lot of ArcSys changes as far as like balance patches go. Like I've seen my character, the character that I picked up in Continuum Shift 1 of Blaze Blue, basically get smacked with the changes bat ridiculously hard every single patch that she's been in, until the point where I'm like, I had to pick a different character in Chrono Phantasma because I can't play this character the way that she is anymore. Yeah, Makoto got hit a lot between Continuum Shift 1 going into Chrono Phantasma. Central Fiction, she's a much more stable character now, but she's not the APM that she requires in order to work. By the time Central Fiction sort of settled into its final form, I was just like, I can't fucking hang. I can't do it. Yeah, Sin player. Look, I'm only a Sin player until Jam shows up in a Guilty Gear game. And then after that, I'm no longer a Sin player for the most part. I have a pocket Sin for Strive still, but unless I'm in the mood to really do some bullshit, I don't think I'm going to play Sin again in this game. But yeah, that stream, it's 111. I don't think that I have anybody to raid. So for closing comments, here's the usual. I have a bunch of links over here if you want to go look at them. My stream VODs are on my YouTube. If you want to support the stream, then we have Ko-Fi. Oh, is Ash Said Hi still awake? Maybe we'll go raid her, I guess. This is one of the few times I'll actually take suggestions for a raid, since it kind of came up. Normally I don't do that, but if Ash just started and she's on now, we might as well go hang with her. Throne is for giving gifts to stream stuff if you feel like it. card has my other social media links on it. I am also the founder of a worker-owned game studio, or one of the founders, I'm sorry. I am one of the co-founders of a worker-owned game studio called Munity. Our website is currently under production, but if you go to our itch page, you can play a prototype of our first game, Shoot Lancer. Pretty cool, in my opinion. And then last but not least, if you want to hang out with us when we're not on stream, you can come join us on the Discord. Unfortunately, I do have a rules document that is really long, because I am really picky about who comes in. So yes, you do have to read the whole thing. Do read it carefully. There are instructions on. There is a thing that you need to check in the rules for how to get in. Yes, it's a lot. Yes, this matters to me. So yeah, let's go hang out with Ash. But let's see what she's playing so that I can let y'all know what's what. Thank y'all for coming by stream. I appreciate it. Ash said hi. Is currently playing. Oh, UN Squadron Deathless. Okay, so since Shoot Lancer is a shmup, I feel obligated double to go raid Ash because shmups. We got to do it. All right, Yato, you get what you get one kudo point for this recommendation. Very good job. I'm very proud of you. Literally, because Shoot Lancer is a shmup, so it fits. So yeah, Ash is working on a hitless run of UN Squadron. So we're gonna go hang out with her. Here's the raid message. As always, when you go over to whenever we raid into another streamer stream, you can use whatever emotes you like. Just keep them respectful. Don't be weird. Remember, we are going forth as representatives of this community into other communities. So let's be chill, let's be respectful, and make sure that we follow the rules over there. Thank y'all for coming to stream. Next stream will be 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. For people who are new, we do not do fighting games on Sundays. Instead, we play other games of various persuasions. We are currently working on a run-through of Custom Robo for the GameCube. So that's the game on Sunday. Next Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time will be more Fighting Friday stuff. There is a pretty good chance that I might decide to do Under Night 2 in Street Fighter 6 or Under Night 2 in Strive. We'll sort of see how I feel. Once Ingrid comes out, oh yeah, we do have a release date for Ingrid for Street Fighter 6. Ingrid, I believe, comes out May 28th, 2026. So May 29th will be Ingrid Day. Please look forward to it. But until the next time I see y'all, whenever that is, stay safe, wash your hands, wear masks if you go outside, be excellent to each other. We're not the bigots, racist, turfs, sexist, anti-queer folks, or fascists. Black Lives Matter. Trans rights are human rights. Reproductive rights are human rights. Palestine, Sudan, the Congo, New Caledonia, and Haiti must all be free. Let us be free to all free. Look after each other, take care of each other. You don't have to do a lot to do that. Look in your neighborhood around you, take care of the people in your orbit, do those things. And keep a little joy in your heart. Most important thing is that, enjoy your life, live your life. And just be good to others. Alright, y'all, that's all I got. Whether I catch you in the Discord or elsewhere, till next time, deuces.